Ahead of a 3-game set with the Norfolk Admirals, I'm joined by Steelheads defenseman Charlie Dodero. Charlie, first up for yourself, I have to mention the 300 ECHL games coming up for you. You're sitting at 299 right now. What does that milestone mean to you?
It happened fast, eh? A majority of those soon-to-be 300 games came playing for this organization, and that's the thing that means the most to me. Eventually making Boise my hometown, raising my kids here, playing for this team means the world to me, and hopefully I'll be around as long as possible to keep going.
When you start out on a career like this, do you ever have those milestones in mind? Like, I want to get to a certain number here or there, or does it just kind of happen like you said? And
no, I mean, it's a cliche, but it literally just happens overnight.
Just
because there's so many things that happen in between those games and milestones that you just kind of forget about, the long game. And I've kind of learned as I've gotten older to just enjoy the moment, and things like this just happen naturally. So it's a privilege. You get money to you get paid money to play a sport, and it's a privilege to be able to do this as a job. And I'd love to keep doing this as long as my wife lets me.
She's the boss at the end of the day, of course.
That's right.
When you look at, and maybe this is a postseason reflection question, but when you look at that milestone as well, are you able to reflect on everyone that helped you get along that way, your wife included, right? Just the people that were on that journey with you?
Yeah, for sure. Now that my kids are old enough to really know what I do for a living, and they get to come watch me play, that's probably the best part of doing it at my age now. So, I've mentioned this before, but the early mornings growing up, battling with my brothers in the driveway.
Some of those still continue to this day. Yeah.
Now just out there instead of in the driveway. So, no, like I said, it's a privilege, and every day that I get to come to the rink, I just truly enjoy.
Well, you skate with 300, or skate in 300 with the Idaho Steelheads, of course. You guys right now second in the Mountain Division overall. Had a little bit of a stumble the last couple weeks, got back on track on Saturday. You weren't in that game, of course, but what did you see from up above in terms of watching that team go in the 4-1 win?
Well, I really liked our game on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think that we deserved a better outcome than we got with Wednesday's game, so you knew we were going to have a similar effort on Saturday, and I think we just got rewarded. But we had a good stretch going there for 6 weeks, 2 months, whatever it was. So I truly think that you do need some down times in order to learn how to cope with those things. Yeah. Especially in playoff time when you really got to manage your emotions. So we're not out of it yet. It's one game, and we need a good weekend here in Norfolk to really solidify our spot in the standings moving forward.
Does that kind of underscore the importance as well of the cliche here all the time? You got to bank points early in the season, right? Because you guys did withstand a little bit of those 2 weeks. You're still in a pretty good spot in the standings, all things considered. I mean, how important were those early games looking back now that you were able to build that kind of bank of points?
Huge. I wasn't here last year, but there was a lot of talk last year with that concept where if they didn't let some games go, it's maybe in the middle of the season, then it might have been a different outcome at the end. And I've been a part of that myself. So you really have to treat the games in October the same way you treat the games in March.
Yeah.
We're going to have another tough stretch coming up here, playing against some good teams. We got Norfolk here. They're in a tough division. And then we got a division rival next week. So don't look past one game. Give it your best effort, and then, see where the chips fall at the end of the year.
How have you guys embraced the kind of road mentality? 12 of 14 games on the road. We're in that stretch right now. We've got 5 more coming up between Norfolk and Allen, like you just mentioned. How have you guys kind of embraced that mentality of, all right, it's us against the world maybe?
Well, I just think that's a time where you get to really measure yourself up against the rest of the league, because you're put into some environments that you're not used to, and being on the road, your routine's off all the time, like the Utah trip, trying to manage that. We have
one off game.
So I think it brings the group closer together in the long run, but again, it's testing yourself to see how much you can put the team together in those tough games, so that when the games do matter most, you know how to handle the situations.
As we get deeper into the month of March now, we're kind of getting to the playoff push a little bit. At this point of the season, how much do you pay attention to the standings? Is it more so than October? Are you always aware of them? What's kind of your approach on that?
I think you're always aware of it, but when it comes to game day, it's just focusing on that game and that task at hand. So big picture, small picture. I think it's, practice day, get the most out of the practice, have that carry over tomorrow. I liked our practice today. So again, this is a team that had their struggles this year, but cannot take them lightly because they aren't a good division. And just giving our best effort, and that's all we can do.
Last one for you. I guess I'll ask you to expound upon that a little bit when you talk about this Norfolk Admirals team. What are some of the things your team is looking to do this week specifically in terms of kind of getting out of the rut, continuing what you did on Saturday, get that momentum going?
Well, number one, I think it's continuing to build on our special teams. It's been an up and down year for us there. So penalty kill and power play, making sure we're tightening the screws there, heading into the down stretch of the season. And then just our overall defensive game. I think we've proven over the season that we have enough depth in our lineup to score. It's just keeping the other team's opportunities to score at a minimum. So managing pucks, making sure we're tight in our defensive end, things like that. But our special teams has to start winning us some games here more than it's losing us some games, and obviously limiting the other team's chances for sure.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Charlie, thanks for your time. Best of luck.
Thanks, Bruce.